Hello and welcome to another Vinny Talk Sings. I'm your host Vincent LaRose, and the Yankees just wrapped up sweeping the Mariners and getting back on track, really, man. So they played well. Obviously, they swept them, which is exactly what this team needed right now, as they had been struggling for the month of June. Thank God we're out of June. Thank God. The Yankees just turn up when it's not the month of June for some reason, but I'm just gonna get right into it. So as always, we're gonna start with today in Yankees history. So a really cool one, one I remember actually. So today, in 2017, so 8 years ago to this day, Junior today was officially announced that he will be in the Home Run Derby on Monday night. So that's pretty cool. Truthfully, with Judge's shoulder, as they've said, I'd rather him rest, but it's still gonna be cool to see Yankee, as I believe Judge is the last Yankee to even participate. I don't know, as many of you guys might know, some might know, or might not know. After that home run derby in the second half, Judge was just off, and they blamed it on the home run derby. So Yankee hasn't participated since, because you know how the Yankees are. It's about winning games and not about winning exhibitions. So, but anyways, cool thing in Yankees history, and a cool thing that we get to watch Jazz compete in the home run derby Monday night. So that's going to be really fun. But I'm going to get into the injury updates and the roster moves. So injury updates, you got Yarborough. He started his throwing program and should be back sometime in late July. Mark Leiter Jr., he has a left fibular... Sorry, I thought somebody was calling me. A left fibular head stress fracture. Wow, that's a mouthful. There's currently no timeline on him, but they said he could start throwing this weekend, so I'm going to assume not too long. And then Luis Hill threw 3 innings in a live BP, and he is expected to start a rehab start to make his first rehab start on July 13th. So it'll be about a month and a half-ish after that. So we should expect him probably early August. I wouldn't say late July. And then DJ LeMahieu, as we all know, is designated for assignment. Jorge Vivas is recalled as he's called up as a replacement from AAA. And then as Cam Schlittler is called up after Jeff Hartlib is DFA'd. I can't say this kid's last name, oh my god, but he's a kid I watched in spring training, and I had high expectations for him, even though I didn't think he would have gotten his major league debut to start. So but we'll talk about him in a little bit. So let's get right into the game 1 recap. So Warren takes the mound, looking to help the Yankees get back on track and make up for his poor start in Toronto. But he goes 5.2 innings, giving up 4 hits, striking out 4 and walking 2. He has no earned runs, and it's a pretty solid start after a rough outing in Toronto. So, a good start and a solid one. Not the greatest, but he doesn't give up any runs, and he finally seems like he had control of every part of the game. I know he struggled a little bit here and there, but he didn't have that huge blow up inning like he's been having. So it was a good game and something positive to see from Warren. But the offense would explode this game. They would score 10 runs this game, starting with Peraza's RBI. They don't. First, before I say any of that, they don't score a single run until the 5th inning. There was a rain delay that just what's the guy? Why am I blanking on his name, man? I know who he is. But anyways, Yankees get into a rain delay actually during this game, and they were not able to touch Logan Gilbert. I don't even have to open my phone anymore. They weren't able to touch Logan Gilbert, but after the rain delay, he fell apart. But anyways, it would start with Peraza and his RBI single in the 5th, and then Giancarlo Stanton would hit a 3-run bomb in the 6th, giving the Yankees 4-0 lead. Then Wells would hit a 2-run homer after Stanton's blast, giving them a 6-0 lead, and then a 5-run 5th. Aaron Judge would then pick up his 34th homer of the year and give the Yankees a 7-0 a 7-2 lead, no, a 7-0 lead, and then at this point of the game, and then Jazz would add another in the seventh with RBI single, and then to end the scoring for the night, Goldie would hit a 2-run single in the seventh of his own in the seventh. So, and that would end the scoring. He scored 5 runs, and then the bullpen. Whoa. Anyways, the bullpen would follow Warren, starting with 1.1 innings from Hill as he continues to dominate. Hartlib, yes, I think that's his name. He would come in, get 1 out, and pitch so bad he gets himself DFA'd. So, yeah, that was atrocious. Anyways, Hamilton would come in and clean up his mess, and then Efros would finish the game for a 9-3 Yankees win. So let's get a little bit into it. So it's a Warren bounce back start for sure. He ends up giving up 7 runs or maybe 8 runs in his last start in Toronto. He really struggled. They just made him stay out there because our bullpen was just worn down. And today, this was Tuesday, yeah. So, but he would really just bounce back, have a nice start. Warren's ERA is extremely inflated by 2 starts, 1 in Toronto and 1 in LA. He has like a 3 something ERA. If you take those 2 starts out, so Warren is going to be a solid pitcher. He continues to be a solid pitcher, so I'm not too worried about him. But then Wells was continuing to play well. He had 3 homers in 3 days. This day being the 3rd day he had a homer, and then Hill being just super reliable and dominant out of a struggling pen. Coming in, they are getting those 4 outs after Boone takes Warren out is huge. And Hill just continues to be just a huge arm in our bullpen, a struggling bullpen to say too, and he's just been reliable. So, but we'll get into Game 2 now. So Game 2 recap: Cam Schlittler would make his major league debut, and he would impress, and he impressed me honestly. He goes 5.1, giving up 3 hits, 3 runs, 7 Ks, and 2 walks. He does give up 2 home runs and then a double, and then his 3rd earned run would score on. Loizaga comes in and gives up a home run to, I think, Arozarena, I think it was. So, it was Arozarena. So, Schlittler would still technically be responsible for that 3rd run, but the offense would continue to keep rolling as they scored 9 in this game, starting with Belly's first inning RBI single, followed with a Stanton RBI single and a Jazz grounder, getting the Yankees the 3-0 lead in the first. Jazz would then hit a bomb in the 3rd inning, and then follow that with a 5th inning home run, 2-run home run. Then Dominguez would hit an RBI single in the 6th, and Judge would follow that with a 2-run double to end the Yankees scoring for the day. The offense continues to look great and continues to mash. So fun to watch right now. But the bullpen would come in after Schlittler, and they would really show us why we need more arms, because it's starting to look really bad. Starting with Loizaga, he has an absolutely atrocious appearance. He gives up 3 runs on 3 hits, gives up 2 homers. Weaver would then come in and throw 1.2 innings, and then would hand the ball to Williams as he absolutely shuts them down, picking up the save and a 9-6 Yankees win. Slow, we'll get into the Schlittler's debut. He looks really good. He hit 100 a couple times. He's pitching well. You could tell the control is a little bit off. He probably just has to get a better feel for it. But he was probably super nervous too. He definitely was super nervous, not probably. And then Jazz has just been phenomenal for us, man. There's really not much you can ask for. What else is there to say about Jazz, man? He's so fun to watch, and he's showing why, although he had a rough start to the season, he is an all-star, and he deserves to be an all-star. So he's been fun to watch. And then Jonathan Loizaga has struggled this season. He's at a 4.80 ERA, and he has a 9 ERA in his last 7 games. He's been really, really bad, and I love Loizaga, so I hope he figures it out. Because this is not gonna hold up for us. But let's get into Game 3. Stroman would get the start, he would just do a regular showman start. 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 Ks, and 2 walks. Nothing special, nothing spectacular. Just enough to get us some innings and not blow through our bullpen, which is nice. The offense would struggle mightily to start the game. They don't pick up a single hit into the 8th. They're the first team since the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1977 to be no hit through 8, be down by 5, and still manage to win the game. But they would start with a well-sacked fly in the bottom of the 8th, and then a huge 2-run pinch hit home run from Stanton, making it 5-3, and that would be his first career pinch hit home run. Couldn't have been at a better time, Stanton. Thank you. And then in the 9th, the Yankees would start a rally with a single by Grisham. Was it a single by Grisham? Yeah, a Grisham single, a Belly single, and then a walk to Rice. A huge game-tying single from Wells. Such a big, and then the captain would walk it off in the bottom of the 10th to finish the comeback, and the Yankees would win 6-5 and complete the sweep. So a lot of people were watching this game, or if you were watching this game, I don't know if you noticed. I noticed it. Nunez was actually tipping his pitches. Well, he was tipping a slider. He's really a fastball slider, but he has a changeup. But Grisham picked it up in the Jazz Chisholm at bat, or somebody picked it up in the Jazz Chisholm at bat, and I found it funny because instead of maybe tapping the helmet a little bit, pulling your pant leg or whatever during your secondary lead, they were just waving their arms in the air. Literally, if it was a slider, they would just do this. They made it super, super, super obvious. And Cal Raleigh picks up on it, and then they change absolutely nothing, and the Yankees still end up getting the win. So I found that a little bit funny. But that was actually Nunez's 6th blown save of the season. I know he's an all-star, but that's a lot. Damn, that's a lot. That's how many Clay Holmes had before the all-star break. So just a heads up for last year, and we hated Clay Holmes. But the offense has been firing on all cylinders, man. They scored 6 or more runs in the past 5 games, and then 5 or more runs in the past 9 games. It's just tearing it up. Wish we could have had this more in June, as we would probably still be in first place if that was the case. But as there is good, there is really bad. As the Yankees bullpen has been has been absolutely awful. Outside of Devin Williams and Tim Hill. Williams has found it, though. He has a 1.88 ERA in his last 15 games as he continues to build his confidence and come up big for the Yankees. He's being put in more big moments, and he's succeeding. He did it today. He did it in Game 1. He's done it multiple times in probably his past 20 games, 20 appearances, and Williams has been the closer we expected to get when we traded for him. So probably these past 2 months, but and then Tim Hill has also had a 1.29 ERA in his last 15 games as he continues to be great. He's like a rubber arm, man. You know what you're gonna get. He's gonna be a weird angle lefty that throws a bunch of strikes, and it works. It has continued to work, and he just continues to put himself in the spot to succeed, and it's fun to watch. But everybody else in the bullpen has been pretty poop, I would say. It's really bad. It's really just made it obvious the Yankees need to trade for some arms, man. They need a starting pitcher, they need a bullpen guy, and they need a right-handed third baseman. I know they were talking some trade talks today. I'm not gonna get into this video. That's gonna be a separate video during the All-Star break, after the Cubs series recap. So coming up from that, some rumors real quick though. Apparently they're trying to get Suarez and Zach Allen in a trade. I don't see it happening. That'd be pretty awesome though. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you know what I mean? Clase was also thrown in the mix too for some rumors, but like I said, I'll get into that. And then to finish off the video, I know it's a quick one. It's really late though, and I want to get to bed. I gotta work in the morning. But to finish off the video, as I said before, DJ LeMahieu was officially DFA'd. I know he's not been good the past 2-3 seasons, but that 2019 to 2021 stretch, DJ, most of his Yankee fans, real fans at least, will never forget. We will absolutely never forget how awesome you were for the Yankees. All your clutch moments, like you were truly the machine, man. It was really fun to watch you play, and you know, it kind of sucks, you know, because I know, like I said, I know he's been bad the past couple of years, but I started watching baseball probably around 2015, I would say, and most of my time DJ has watching the Yankees. DJ's been on this team. DJ's been good. I was one that was super on top of like, please sign him, please sign him, please sign him. You know, they did. Unfortunately, the last 3 years of that contract looked really bad, but he was still a great player and he still did a lot of good things. So I'm gonna end the video here. We're gonna actually end it with a couple of DJ LeMahieu highlights for the Yankees, and then that'll end the show. But before we play that, I want to say thank you to all you guys. Thank you for watching, for listening, whatever it is. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it here, me and my editor. You know, as this channel continues, I know it's not exploding, it's slowly growing, but as it continues to grow, I just want to just show consistency and show love for this team. I know, you know, the last 2 videos weren't even recap videos. They were just me pissed off about what's going on, and unfortunately that's a baseball season. I said at both the end of those videos, I don't think it's over. I still have hope. So you know, and hope has come, and we have absolutely dominated lately. So, well, the past 4 games, which is good enough for me. So but anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it all. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, day, whatever time it is for you when you're watching or listening to this, and I appreciate every last one of you. So we're gonna end the video here. We're gonna play a couple of DJ highlights. You know, we're gonna miss you, DJ, and then the show's gonna end. So thank you guys. Have a good day.
Fisted into shallow right. Back goes Arise, and he can't make the play. Hits it hard and deep to left center field. Back near the bullpen, and that ball is gone. And LeMahieu rifles one down the left field line. It'll score at least 2. And maybe it clears the bases. Yes, it will. The Yankees have busted it open, and they lead it 10-4.
Down the line to right, LeMahieu starts his night with an extra base hit into the corner. Rosario's throw is not in time on a leadoff double for LeMahieu.